John Aklesheim for Boating New Zealand magazine. The subject for today's review is the Tristram 691 Offshore. Kingsley, tell me a little bit about this. It's a totally new deck on the 691 Offshore. What have you changed about this boat? What makes it the boat that it is?
So the Tristram 691 Offshore, it's impeccable heritage and it's been reborn. We've brought in a lot of technology from our 641 Offshore, 701, 741 and our 821. The rear, the stern is very similar to a 641 Offshore. Moving forwards, we've used similar side pocket design to our 701, 741 with the built-in side pockets to get a tow recess.
Right.
And then moving forwards, you've then got the same seating layout as the 701. We can now incorporate a stainless steel fridge underneath our driver's seat. And then on our port side, we've got a hinging seat where we can hinge it forwards, which exposes a perfect surface to put a portable cooker or simply make your lunch.
Awesome.
Moving forwards to your dash, we've then got a similar design dash to our 821. We had on our 821 a full black glass cockpit, and we wanted to bring a bit of that technology in with a large deep eyebrow to create less reflection underneath your windscreen and create a bit more of a minimalistic sort of a dash, similar to what the automotive style of market is doing.
So essentially you've brought some of your bigger boat features into this model.
Exactly. We've had a lot of people that have been asking for some of the big boat features into a bit of a smaller model.
Right.
The 691 has been a real sweet spot for Tristram Marine since 1997 of offering this size vessel. And we thought it was time to bring in a little bit of that technology and bring it back in line with what we've been proud of designing over the last 10 years.
And look, as always with a Tristram, the detailing is superb, and the workmanship is Tristram, which is,
thank you, John.
Which is great. Can you talk to me a little bit about the colour coordination? It catches the eye immediately. You've done things with your with your upholstery, with your fabrics, all of that. Talk to us a little bit about that.
We wanted to do something a little bit different. The boat is a bit more minimalistic on the outside. We've got an all-white hull,
yes,
which is quite unique to Tristram Marine.
And the logo's different too.
Yeah, we've got a new 5.5mm thick logo onto the hull side, which is a matte black, which matches the Mannix-black windscreen. And then working with Dominique in our upholstery department, she wanted to bring in a bit more of a different style of interior that really popped. So the outside's not taking over, being minimalistic, but the inside is with the Bahama tan. We've brought in smoke diamond stitching, which ties in nicely with the smoke lines in our sea deck flooring. And we just wanted to do something a little bit different, a little bit plush, but still very, very practical, being a practical vinyl that we use on every Tristram.
Right, right. So, your colours are integrated, but then so are your electronics. Let's talk a little bit about that.
So our electronics are very integrated. We've worked with Garmin on this vessel, not only to get a great MFD system, but we now integrate the Fusion Apollo system into that head unit. We can change our audio and control everything all on the screen. But the best part about this vessel is we now have a Garmin Kraken which integrates with your Garmin screen in the dash.
So for people who are not familiar with that, a Garmin Kraken, what is that?
Garmin Kraken is a trolling motor on the bow. We can use it as a spot lock, so an anchoring system to hold you on the spot, or we can use it for slow trolling. That works for freshwater and saltwater.
Right,
so in a saltwater market, we can slow troll jackmax for kingfish, say, and then in freshwater, we can slow troll for trout.
So even with a brand like Tristram, are you seeing more and more demand for electric trolling motors on your vessels?
We are. A large percentage of Tristrams leaving our factory in Hamilton are getting trolling motors. They're practical. They're practical for most families.
They are.
And it has definitely changed the way we're fishing. And as I said before, I think we are actually getting more fish. It's quieter, it's silent, it's relaxing. You can hear the birds in the trees. And it's a very, very cool way of fishing.
Absolutely. And now this is a family boat. You've explained to me this is a boat that's going to stay in the family. You're going to use it in freshwater and saltwater.
Yes.
With that in mind, you've got a pretty powerful battery for this trolling motor, haven't you?
Yes, we have opted for a 36 volt, 100 amp hour lithium battery on this vessel. The beauty of that is if we are doing quite a bit of slow trolling, we're not having to charge it every single day or actually monitor the battery every single hour. You can just simply use the boat, charge it when needed, and away you go.
Right. Now, this particular model has got a lot of the facilities of the hard top, and I have to say it's a cool day out here today, and I'm enjoying this diesel heater, which is sending warm air past my legs right now. Very, very nice it is too. But this particular boat can be enclosed, can't it?
Yes, it can. So we've got the diesel heater to allow us to use the boat a little bit more all year round.
Yeah.
New Zealand's not obviously the warmest of countries midwinter, and so with having that, it is allowing us to get out and about a lot more. But we do have front clears, side clears, and a backdrop for overnighting. However, we went one step further on this vessel, where we always do the front clears and side clears. However, we did an enclosed wheelhouse, which is removable. So we can roll up the centre, and the heat from that diesel heater stays in here, and it's nice and warm on the
Nice and toasty.
Yeah, on the lake,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
great. However, you can easily open it up on a nice day and still have that heater on if you want that little bit of warmth. And as you can see here today, from the windscreen down, it's pretty warm. It's pretty nice.
No, it is. It's very pleasant. So Kingsley, obviously the boat is a trailer boat. We can talk a little bit about the trailer as well.
Yeah, the trailer is designed for the vessel, and the vessel is essentially designed for the trailer as well. With regards to a mid-mounted fuel tank, whether it's full or empty, the weight on the tow ball doesn't increase or decrease, which is fantastic for safety.
Right.
But on our trailer, it's an Enduro tandem brake trailer. We do have the Bailey system on there, which is fantastic for getting the boat on and off. Your feet don't get wet. It's nice and easy. We've gone for black painted trailer guards and alloy rim package upgrade, just to add a little bit more bling and add to that whole black theme with the windscreen and the satin black Tristram logo on the hull.
Again, all of that nice integration and coordination. It looks very smart. And you know, towing mass on the road. What are we looking at?
We're around the 2 tonne,
Right.
depending on what people are actually adding. This would be more like the 2050 with the weight of the Garmin Kraken and the battery. But it's a very manageable weight. A lot of vehicles today are rated to 2.5 tonne.
Yeah.
So that's why the 691 is so popular for us as well.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Kingsley. It's a lovely boat as always. We're going to enjoy the rest of the day. We're going to go for a bit more of a spin, and before we head back and enjoy this winter's day on the Waitemata.
Cheers, Sean. Much appreciated.
Unsurprisingly, the new Tristram 691 Offshore goes just as well as other versions of the same hull, which means very well indeed. Overall performance is excellent, the boat feeling very responsive to throttle and wheel inputs. We were immediately taken with how quiet the boat's hull was, thanks in part to the foam-filled buoyancy chambers and foam between the hull and liner. The engine's V8 growl is exhilarating rather than intrusive, although it was a bit harder to ignore when Mercury Sport exhaust mode was activated. The 691 feels very well balanced. A 235 litre fuel tank is located at the centre of the boat, so changes in the fuel level don't affect its trim, nor its weight distribution on the trailer, which makes for easier towing and safer towing as well. Tristram Marine opt for a full-length keel on all their boats, and you can feel the benefits when you put the 691 into a hard turn. It goes exactly where it's pointed, with no slipping or sliding, and nor does it show any tendency to broach, feeling predictable and safe at virtually any speed. I really like the throttle position. The Mercury binnacle inset on a specially moulded pocket with a moulded armrest as well, so that it falls perfectly to hand. The electric steering is effortless as well. As well as being quiet, the deep V hull is soft riding and spray is well controlled. A little bit of trim tab application was helpful in a crosswind, and it was clear the boat liked a bit of engine trim to free up the hull. With 3 adults on board, we saw a top speed of 42 knots during our review, but slightly more speed could be expected in better conditions. Obviously, less horsepower would lower the top speed a little.
John Aklesheim from Boating New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more of these videos, please subscribe to our channel.